People, could I ask you to get your coffee and your snacks and then take your seats so that Anthony and the band can take you on a journey? And with that, Anthony and the band, take it away.
Good morning, campers. Please take your seats. No one is allowed to sit in the aisles, on the floors, or in the luggage compartments. Please stick to your assigned seating. What key do you have your welcome here in? A? Okay, good. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Calgary. My name is Anthony, and the band and I are going to do a song to get you in the zone, and then we'll do a few songs together. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart and lay all your fears and all your doubts aside. Go of all the hurt you hold inside. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart and receive the love of all who've gathered round. You are worthy of this gift of love right now. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here. Open up your heart. For who'd have known that who you are is enough? And who'd have known you could be so loved? Well, we knew, and now you know. Yes, we knew, and now you know. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. You are welcome here, just the way you are. You are wanted here, so open up your heart. Let's open up our heart. Let's open up our heart. Bob, can you give me more of my acoustic in this little box here? So everybody, you're welcome to stand and move and have a good time here. We're going to do a couple songs together, starting with There Is Enough Love. There's enough love here inside this room. Heal my heart of all that it's been through. is enough love here right where we are. Oh, let that love come flowing through my heart. There's enough love here inside this room to heal your heart of all that it's been through. There is enough love here right where we are. So let that love come flowing through your heart. There's enough love here inside this room to heal our world of all that it's been through. There is enough love here right where we are. Let's let that love come flowing through our hearts. There is enough love here inside this room to heal our world of all that it's been through. There is enough love here right where we are. Let's let that love come flowing through our hearts. There is enough love here inside this room to heal our world of all that it's been through. There is enough love here right where we are. Let's let that love come flowing through our hearts. Let's let that love come flowing through our hearts. Let's let that love come flowing through our hearts. Do we have bass yet? No? All right. Chad's just double checking his bass here. So, a nun, a fisherman, and a comedy show host went into a bar. Okay, have you got it now? All right, here we go. I am the thinker. Thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought have the power to change my life. If you ask me who I am wisdom, I am light. I am more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought have the power to change my life. If you ask me who I am beauty, I am joy. So much more than meets the eye, cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light, brighten someone's darkest night. So much more than meets the eye, I cannot be denied. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought have the power to change my life. Who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. don't think your mic's on. Flip the switch.
Okay, how's that? I'm pretty loud anyways, right? All right. So, welcome to Unity online services. It's beautiful to see faces and to enjoy being together. My name is Janice Butler, and I'm part of the prayer chaplain team here at Unity. So we just want you to know that you're very welcome here. It doesn't matter where you are on your spiritual journey. Thanks for checking us out if it's your first time, or thanks for hanging in there if you've been here for years. Yes. So let's begin with an affirmative prayer. So if it feels comfortable for you, just gently close your eyes. Feel your feet beneath you. Feel your body connect to the beautiful Gaia that lies beneath us, that loves us and cradles us and blesses us. And just open your hearts and open your minds. And let your soul find soothing grace here this morning. Know that wherever you are in this life, you are not alone. And that if you knew who walked beside you, fear would be impossible. Breathe deeply into your own center. The center where all knowledge, all peace, all understanding begins. Trust yourself. Trust your own divine knowing. Know that you have a holy and sacred purpose here on this planet. And know that you have the resources within you and the capacity to do whatever you are called to do. And we just surrender all our worries and cares, trusting that all is working out in our highest and best good. So it is. Amen. Yes, thank you. All right. We're going to begin with affirming together our statement of being. Chad's on the job, good. We are here as love to celebrate the one power, the one presence in our lives, in this community and in the universe. I was like kind of to breathe after each one of these. And now we're going to have our daily word read by Danelle. I sprung it on her, so she's being very brave.
Good morning. So the theme for this month is grace. And the daily word today is the grace of God is alive in me. I don't need to do anything to earn or deserve the grace of God because it is always present, mine to claim in any situation. Grace dawns in my awareness as soon as I move beyond the limits of my human understanding. I let go and let the peace, love, wisdom, and strength of God fill me, lift me, and guide me. In both the challenging and the ordinary moments of life, the grace I give and the grace I receive keep the awareness of God in my heart. During a tough conversation, a thought comes to mind that helps reestablish harmony. As I mull an important decision, a fresh insight clarifies my thinking. Feeling overwhelmed by my to-do list, I feel renewed energy and move forward with my strength and enthusiasm. In these moments and more, I discover grace anew. From John 1:16, from his fullness we have all received grace upon grace. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, Janelle. Here at Unity of Calgary, we're part of a bigger worldwide organization. And so they have a vision statement that I'd like us to affirm together. We envision a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And right here in our home, Unity, we have come up with our own statement of a mission statement. So we're going to affirm that together, please. We are a welcoming, vibrant, spiritual community that inspires hearts and transforms lives by expressing our divine essence. So if that feels like something that you want to do, you're in the right place. All right, then I have some announcements for the Unity of Calgary. Next week, we're going to have our very Ariana Brackenbury. Did I say that right? Yay. This is particularly exciting talk for me. I love the divine feminine work, and she's going to be speaking about divine Sophia energy and healing the planet. Whew. It's very beautiful, so we're all looking forward to that. On May 12th, we're going to have our Zoom chat at 7:30. So you can use the link's on the website, but you can use the same link that we use for the coffee chat. So if anybody wants to just review and discuss the financial vision of Unity of Calgary for this next year coming, that's the time to bring your ideas or questions. And May 16th is our Unity of Calgary annual general meeting at 3:30 on Zoom. Again, it's the coffee link, Zoom link. So anyone that's a member has rights to vote, and it would be wonderful to see a good turnout for that. May 26th, I got a little vertigo, so when I turn my head, I might spin, so I'm not doing that too much. We're having our coffee Zoom link, so you can join in for that, just for conversations and companionship. And as our board changes sometimes at the annual general meeting, this year we have some nominations. Bob Elwood for chair. Oh, you're the nomination team. Oh, you're the chair of the nominations team. Got it. Okay, so we want to thank them. So it's Bob Elwood. He's been the chair of the nomination team. Cecil, Lisa, and I always say Shona's name wrong because I look at the spelling and then I get all twisted in my brain. Yeah, so Ross, what is Ross going to do then? Bob, you tell us. Okay, and Danelle. Okay, they're being nominated for board members. Woo! Right on. All right. And if you're looking for us, you know, we do have a website. If you've checked it out, I know Ariana's done a marvelous job of that, and most everything is on there. It's easy to find, easy to access. So, and we have our newsletter as well. If you're not signed up for that, you can just give us your email address, and then we'll make sure that you get it, okay? Right on. All right. Now we're going to have some glorious music from this wonderful band of ours, and they're going to sing You're Not Alone.
Everybody's so quiet today. Were you guys up partying last night? Partying outdoors by yourself, corner of your backyard, over Zoom. Yeah, pretty. I wanted to say hello in Wonderland out there. Adele, Sinead, and Chris. Hello. Let's all say hi to them. Hi. Yeah, there we go. Now they're being loud. Now they're being loud. They won't make any noise. They won't make any noise for anything except you guys at home. All right. For most of my life I felt alone, as if who I really am could never be known. Too lost in my head to ever see that most of the world feels like me. But now my heart's become my guide. I have opened up to life. I can see I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this life. Now I wonder, are you hurting on your own? Do you believe you need to live your life alone? Are you in your head? Are you in your hurt? Have you lost your way? Can you not see you're hurting me? I feel the same. Let your heart become your guide. I know you'll shine when you open up to light, and you will see you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone in this life. Just as the stars share the ancient skies, so goes the truth of you and I. Deep within we share a secret code of life, a common thread that's sewn too deep to be denied. Whoa. So may our hearts become our guides. I know we'll shine when we open up to light, and we will see we're not alone. We're not alone. We're not alone in this life. In this life. And may you see you're not alone.
Thank you so much. Okay, now it's time for our fantastic speaker this week, and it's Reverend Doug Craig. And I asked Doug because it seems like he's been such a regular speaker here for so long, we hear some of the same things. I said, tell me something new. And he said he's phasing out of his Santa season into his mountain man season and just looking forward for the forests are calling him. And that's actually a place I really can picture him, in the forests. And he's a beautiful man who was instructor at the, what college, Mount Royal?
SAIT.
SAIT! Sorry.
32
Competitor,
years.
whoops. For many years in the business department. And as well, he's been on this spiritual path for many years as a minister. And I know he always inspires me, lightens my heart, makes it okay to be human, and just shares his great wit and wisdom. So welcome, Doug.
Thank you, Janice. Thanks, Anthony. I got to turn that one off because this one's turned on, and I guess this turns me on, not that one. So, good morning, everyone. How's everyone this morning? Whee! My topic for today is the power of the spoken word. Now, the theme for the month of May is power, and the affirmation for unity from the month is the power of my thoughts and words moves me even ever closer to the truth of my being. And so, again, each of the themes are centered around one of the disciples, and each of the disciples represent a faculty that we want to look at and develop within us. And so the disciple this month is Philip, and he represents the power faculty of the mind. So we're looking at power, dominion, and mastery. And that can scare a lot of people just right there. We don't even have to talk anymore about it. So what I want to start out with, I want to just give you, today is a day where, hey, you get to think about this. Okay, there's never really any to-dos here because I can't operate inside your head. You get to do the doing there. But this is just to make you think a little bit. I don't know about you, but I used to have a problem that I would start talking before my brain engaged. So I would come from reaction, and it always got me in trouble on a regular basis. Once I got into this, I went and I worked really hard and curbed it, but then it come back and snuck up on me. You ever have those happen? So you got to be careful of those things. Charles Fillmore in the 12 Powers of Man said, the power faculty plays an important part in controlling the expression of many emotions, inspirations, and thoughts. The voice is the most direct avenue of this expression. The power of love makes the voice rich, warm, and mellow. Power swings open all the doors of mind and body. When one feels vital and energetic, the voice is strong and vibrant and brilliant. When one is sorrowful, the body weakens and the voice betrays its lack by mournful intonation. I learned about the power of my voice. I never really learned about it and used it until I got into this philosophy. And then I began to go through self-examination. And I learned that the way I operated most of my life in my other life was I was very good at using my voice and putting specific tones on them, which absolutely terrified people and made them think about what they were doing to bring them in alignment with what they should and shouldn't do. I don't know if anybody knows anything about that, but I was really, really good at it. And so when I come into this philosophy and this teaching, I found out my gift was being able to communicate with groups of people, and that by the way I talked and the tone I used had different types of effects on people, in particular during a presentation. Sometimes they laugh, sometimes they cry, sometimes they just think. And so also I realized I used to do a lot of really good guided meditations, longer ones and that. And I learned that if I tone my voice down really low and really relaxing and really peaceful, I could bring a calm to people that they really hadn't experienced much in their life. Okay? So you could change your voice and you can get all kinds of experiences out there with it. However, the point is, beyond the spoken word is thought, intention, feeling, and emotion. So really, there's a lot going off before we get the mouth in action. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but there is. Okay? Because all of your voice projection really have all of those factors in consideration. The thought, the intention, and the feeling and the emotion. we just don't stop and think about it. We just react and wow, we act upon that. In a good way or in a not so good way. I'm sure everybody knows what I mean, right? Yeah, we don't need to get into it. So one of the things that you want to take away from here today and work with is, before you really engage in a lot of conversations, practice stopping and look at the thought that's bringing that forth of what you want to say, and make sure you're real clear on your intention, folks, because your intention is going to set the tone. It don't matter what words you say or how you say them. If your intention isn't right, you're setting something really nasty into motion. So we got to know what the thought is that we want to convey, what our intention is, and what kind of feeling or emotion that's behind it. Because I got to tell you, you put all of those together in the right way, man, when you speak, people listen. People are open because you've got all of those covered, and at a different level, they sense that. Of course, at another level, if you're not and the integrity isn't there, they sense that too. If you're loud and abrasive, you create toxicity. Also, if you're silent and withdrawn and you got something to say, and you don't say it because of all the reasons, 1,001, that also creates toxicity. So we want to be the kind of person that comes midway with thought, intention, feeling, and emotion really clear. Very important to do that. And that way we can prevent a lot of toxicity. The other thing, next thing here, is the spoken word is really the first action in creating our experience called life and the physical. Because other than that, it's just all thoughts. But once we speak something, that's the first of going from that inner realm of thought, mind, and emotion to the outer world. Because once we declare it, that creates an energy around that idea that we're expressing. Whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. It creates an energy around that. And of course, with that energy created, then there's only one more element left in order to take it forward, and that's action. We'll talk about that in a minute. I want to talk about the deceitful voice. What you're doing is speaking so loudly, I can't hear what you're saying. And there's a lot of people that are very good at being deceitful for their voice, but their intention is not to be nice. Their intention is to set people up to take advantage of them. Anybody ever run across anybody like that? Yeah, we all have. If you haven't and you feel like you've been done, you have been done, because that power of the spoken voice smoothed it right over and you didn't even get it. I remember one time, this was many years ago before I was in this philosophy, we had this guy that started dating a really good friend of mine, and his name was Gord. And Gord was one of the nicest people that you'd ever want to meet. And my partner at the time was just, he's such a great guy. And my good friend, my best friend that was going out with him, she thought he was a good guy. And my best buddy and his wife, they were just wrapped up with him. And my brother and his family, he's such a good guy. A couple of my brothers, actually. And I kind of knew him from other circles. And the things I saw over here weren't matching up with what he was saying and doing over here. So, me being a little curious and also a little protective of my friends and family, did some investigation. And I was quite satisfied that what he was doing was deceitful. So, and I mentioned it to everybody else, and boy, did I ever get sandblasted. I mean, I got it really good. And it was about one of the worst I've ever got from everybody. Eh? How could you? He's such a nice guy. What's the matter with you? And so, I go, okay, what am I going to do? I'll take Gord aside and have a chat with him. Gord, I know what you're up to. Well, what do you mean? No, you sit there and listen. I know exactly what you got in mind, and I know you're going to set them up to rip them off. And I'm going to tell you one thing right here and right now. I'm not going to do anything, but when you do it, don't take a lot. Just take a bit, or I'll track you down, and we'll have another chat. That was when I was doing it differently. And I had a reputation of being a man of my word, so I got his attention. And sure enough, about 4 months later, everybody got ripped off and Gord disappeared, but there wasn't a lot of stuff of value, real value. So he did honor his word, or my word, I should say. Okay? Jesus said this in Matthew chapter 7, verse 15 to 20. He said, "Beware of false prophets would come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves." There's lots of people around like that. And a lot of them are really, really nice. Ye shall know them by their fruits. And he goes on to talk, a good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Wherefore, by their fruits ye shall know them. So you see, what Jesus was saying when he was all asked sometimes about what kind of tree is that, he said, I don't know. Like he wasn't a farmer. It's a carpenter or something, or a preacher or whatever. A seminar leader, yeah. But he said, by their fruits ye shall know them. Wait till you see what they produce, right? Is everybody on board with that? So when you're in a situation with people, especially when you meet new people and they're nice and they could be genuinely nice people. And if they are, when you see them when they're not being nice, they'll be doing nice things and being nice people. Right? Then there's others, when you see them when they're not nice, they're not doing nice things, they're not being nice people. By their fruits ye shall know them. So it's nice to take in a lot of what people say, but what we need to do for ourselves is learn to feel the energy behind it. You don't need to judge it. You don't need to figure out what it is. Learn to feel it. Okay? And as you feel it, then you'll know which side of the fence they're dancing on. Okay? And also by doing that, it's really good experience for yourself to be real clear when you're going to convey a message to someone and you want to convey a powerful message, the thought, the intention, and the feeling behind it. Put your integrity out there because people will get it. They might not like what they're hearing, but they'll get what they're feeling and sensing. And they'll be a little more open to what you're saying. Okay, so that's what we want to practice. That's what we want to do, and that's what we want to work on. The next idea here is be your authentic self. That comes from conscious self-awareness and self-examination, and then stop, think, and speak. We don't have to be anything at all. All we have to do is be ourselves, and believe me, that's more than good enough. And you know what? You don't have to convince anybody else except self. Hello, folks, this isn't about anybody. This is about us here. We have to convince ourselves that we're willing to share who and what we are. Now, where this gets to be really important is, what are your gifts and talents? And you know, a lot of people, I've heard it a lot, well, I like doing this and this, but I can't make a living at it. If I could make a living at it, then I would do that all the time. Well, you get to make a living. You get to have a relationship. You get to have fun. You get to do anything you want and express your talents in all of that when we accept our authentic self, and that's who it is, and that's good enough. And, you know, anybody here ever need approval? When I first got into this philosophy, the greatest thing I needed was approval. How many people say, oh, Doug, that was a good talk today. Oh, and when I didn't get as many as I thought, I go, oh, what am I doing wrong? Then I took a class. Don't take classes. And in the class, it come up, hey, I just didn't approve of myself. I made a commitment that day, and that was about 35 years ago, that from that day, I was going to approve of myself, and it didn't matter whether anybody else approved or not. And I really started getting into that. And you know the most neatest thing happened? I had 3, 4, 5 times as many people say, oh, that was great. And you know, it felt good. However, it wasn't important. It was important that I approved of myself. That's not egotistical, folks. You got to approve of yourself. You got to look at those beautiful talents and gifts that you've got. Dennis Merritt Jones in The Art of Uncertainty said, regardless of what your song might be, make a commitment to open yourself to the divine potential inherent in you. You will not fully discover your gifts until you're willing to fearlessly share them with the world. The world is waiting for you and the gifts that you bring about. And you know, when I was growing up, one of the gifts that I had was I always had the knack of saying the right thing at the right time in any situation. Is why in my 17 years I only did 2 nights in jail. 100 days, but 2 nights. You know, just for different days in and out with various visitations. But I always had that talent, and I was so felt hard done by because I couldn't fix cars. Oh, no. And I couldn't do art, and I was the slowest runner, so I wasn't good at athletics. I felt God cheated me. But man, I could put together a party second to none. Everybody liked me to get all of that organized. I was always good for getting, and one of my favorite things was getting a bunch of people together to have a good time or to get something done. And I really get cranked on that, and I still do. But I'm not organizing big parties or other affairs. Give you a little idea about how powerful the word is, but it doesn't have much power till you go in action. About 20 years ago, Anna and I had 15 started a fund, and we accumulated enough money for me to have a new car for us when I retired. I still don't have a new car. Because I keep getting all these other good deals that I can't say no to. So recently I just had one of those happen that was a truck that I couldn't say no to. It was just too good of a deal, less than half the market value, and I bought it. And I had the money left over, and I mentioned to Anna, you know, we got to start looking one of these days for one for you. So I put it out there, and it's kind of leading into the next point. It's good to put it out there, but you know, talk is cheap unless you got some action with it. Okay, so I said, time to go in action. We put a little feeler out with my boy. He works at a dealership. And then I talked to my best buddy, one of my best buddies, Louie, that I've been best buddies with for 40 years. And we hang out all the time, and he's always got these huge cars. So he said, well, come on, I'll get you set up with this guy, who is a friend of his, has got this great big business. He's known him for 40 years, 35 years. And so this guy's a multimillionaire, and he likes doing this because he likes people, and he likes have happy experiences with people. So Louis introduced me to this guy, so both of them were happy. Now, here's where it gets interesting when the time's right and you go into action on it. My granddaughter was looking to sell her van so she could move across to get another vehicle to move across the country. My ex-daughter-in-law with my grandson was looking for a van and got a hold of my boy to get a hold of the van. So all at once, I got a deal put together where I got a car for Anna, a car for my granddaughter, sold that van to my boy for my daughter-in-law, and 7 different parties are absolutely happy, and it took less than a day and a half. Okay? So when the power of the spoken word is clear with the thought, the intention, the feeling and emotion behind it, and when you follow it up with action, man, it's called synchronicity. What a wonderful experience that was. And I'm going, oh man, this just demonstrates everything I believe and talk about a way better than I could ever possibly imagine. And that's the way it works. Benjamin Franklin said, persistence and tenacity conquer all. And then Alexander the Great said, he that ruleth his spirit is more powerful than he that taketh a city. Okay? Last point. Talk is cheap, action speaks the loudest. Telling our story about what we're going to do and never get started. Has anybody ever done that? Say all the things you're going to do and never start? So what happens if you wonder how when you do declare it and start, it's hard to get going? Well, that's because, you see, when we tell ourselves all the time we're going to do all this stuff, oh, I'll call you all of this, and we never follow up it, what we do is we end up telling ourselves lies. Okay? And if you got someone that tells you lies and they finally tell you the truth, is it easy for you to believe them? No. Why do you think it's any different with self? Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe yourself if all the time you're saying you're going to do stuff and you don't. Finally, you're really committed and you find it hard. So one of the key harmful things is lying to ourselves. Amelia Earhart said the most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. The fears are paper dragons. You could do anything you decide to do. You can act to change and control your life. And the process is its own reward. So accomplishing the goal is not the big deal. It's the reward comes in the journey. Because once a goal's accomplished, it's in the past, it's counterproductive. Next. Even though you get to use it, right? Dennis Merritt Jones in The Art of Uncertainty said, as we take responsibility for ourselves by realizing that we're always becoming cause to our own effect, we shall understand that we are not punished for our mistakes, but by them. So as we go forward into this coming week, I encourage you to take into consideration the different points that we discussed and shared today and see how you can maneuver around, maybe taking a little bit more time before you make a declaration. And if you're going to make a declaration, do it. I got a lot of things I've been working on, some for a long time, but nobody knows what they are because I don't talk about them until after I've done them. Okay? Because to me, I can't talk about it that much till after I've done it because then it just becomes talk. So I know for you, as I know for myself, that the truth is in each and every one of us. And as we take time to reflect upon it and draw from it and speak from it, then the truth shall set us free. I know for you, as I know for myself, there's a willingness and an awareness in us to see what it is that we're speaking and to make sure that when we speak, we come from the authority of the spiritual self. I know that to be our truth. I give thanks for it. I let it be so, and so it is. Thank you. Whee! Woo! Thank you, dear. Over here, get this.
Thank you so much, Doug. All right, we're going to move into meditation, and Anthony's going to play, and we'll join him and sing together, I Am Opening, 3 times, and then I'll do the meditation.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. We are opening. We are opening. Our hearts are ready to receive. We are opening.
And as we just gather in one breath all that we are, we affirm ourselves as the living expression of God. And as we breathe deep into our very being, we allow ourselves to receive inspiration, clarity, and wisdom. We give thanks for these minds of brilliance that we have been blessed with. And as we move them into alignment so they are serving spirit, the outcome in our life will be miraculous and full of joy and based in love. And so we breathe together, deeply acknowledging this Christ presence that dwells within us. And we allow ourselves to be in divine flow, trusting and knowing that God has our back. And we breathe in the truth. And we open up our hearts to receive. And we hold our mind in alignment with the true divine spirits that we are. And our minds are in service to our spirits as we flow with the breath of life through our daily activities and all things that we are called to do. And let yourself settle right from the soles of your feet to the top of your head, knowing that every cell in your body is divinely governed and that this beautiful, intuitive mind will serve you in moving forward into the actions that you feel called to perform. Just take a minute to contemplate the marvel of these things. We are one with God. Our minds and our hearts and our spirits are aligned. Our whole being is in service to love. And as we breathe this into our being, we know it to be true, and we declare it to be, so it is. Amen. Thank you. Now the band's going to favor us with the song, We Are Called.
I don't want to break the vibe, but I want to say hi to Wayne, Joanne, and Carrie. We are called to find the peace within as we wind our way through life. We are called to find the love within as the storms rage on outside. We are called called to look within again for the part that does not change. We are called to rise above our fears so our hearts can lead the way. We are called, we are called, we are called through it all. Every hateful word, every grateful stir, we are called, we are heard. We are called, we are called, we are called through it all. In the place of pain, in the face of fear, we are called to be here. We are called. We are called to know there is no need to fear what storms may come. We are called to love the life we lead, for our lives have come from love. We are called, we are called, we are called through it all. Every hateful word, every grateful stir, we are called, we are heard. We are called, we are called, we are called through it all. In the place of pain, in the face of fear, we are called to be here. We are called. Oh, we are called. Oh, we are called. We are called.
Thank you so much. I just appreciate the live music more than anything. You know, when I was a young person and I started doing theater, I used to love the moments when you wait in the wings before the show starts and the orchestra's warming up and getting ready. And I swear, every time I come, this band sounds more like a full orchestra. I was sitting there and I thought, is that like a violin? And it was just a beautiful guitar, but you're just amazing. So thank you so much, each and every one of you, because as you've all come, you've just added to the fullness of the sound, and it's really incredible. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, I think I speak for the whole world when nothing brings in the spirit like music. It touches us in places that the mind, it doesn't feel, but when the music comes, we really feel at a deep level. So we're really blessed. And thank you, Doug, for always giving us so much to contemplate and think about. And it was very, very meaningful and deep. So thank you for being so steadfast in what you teach us, reminding us. I was like, I didn't do that this morning. I didn't set an intention. Okay, get with it, girl. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you. You know, having been on the board, but coming to Unity for about 5, maybe going in 6 years since I moved here from British Columbia, And it's just amazes me what gets accomplished here. And that's by everybody's resources pulling together, everybody's talents, everybody's contributions. And one of the things that, we don't like talking about much is money. But that's another piece that helps to support this ministry. And so this is a time when we just kind of enter into that conscious giving period where we can just search and see if that's calling for us to make an offering. And you can leave your offering at the table. There's envelopes. And you can also do it online. I've been doing that because it's just easier. Do the e-transfer. Because I usually don't have cash, which I think that's sort of how most of us are these days, right? So, yes. So, get to hear the band again. They're going to sing for us. And then Cecil's going to come up and bless us.
You're welcome to stand if you want, or sit, or lay down.
Or lay down.
If you're getting tired. I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm gonna give with an open heart. I'm grateful for this moment. I am grateful for my life. And I trust that a higher power will always be there to provide. That's why I give with an open heart. That's why I give with an open heart. Well, I place my faith in the Spirit, and I welcome each and every day. And I let go of all my troubles and worries. New abundance always comes my way, and that's why I give with an open heart. That's why I give with an open heart. I'm gonna give with an open heart. Yeah, I'm gonna give with an open heart.
Good morning. I'd like each and every one of you to join in blessing the abundance that is here. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Cecil. Okay. We're now going to do the blessing for our children, which we have a few here, which is always lovely, as well as all the children in the world, and even our own divine child who likes to be seen, heard, noticed, and acts up now and then. We're going to bless all that. So, we love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you just the way you are. Good. And now we're just going to talk a little bit about our prayer box. If any of you have any needs on your heart for yourself or for anybody else, you're welcome to put a piece of paper in the prayer box with just their name on it. These are prayed for by our prayer team here, and then they go to Silent Unity, that 24 hours a day, they're prayed for as well. So, we're just grateful for that. And we're supporting 2 other unities with our prayers this month. Unity of Calgary. Oh, no, that's not it. I'm like, what's that? We did that. Turn the page, Janice. Oh, Unity of White Rock and Unity of Westminster. New Westminster, so yes. Down on the island, or close to the island. So we just support them and send them love. So if you'll just join me in our prayer of protection together. The light that is God surrounds me. I am the light. The love that is God enfolds me. I am the love. The power that is God protects me. I am the power. The presence that is God watches over me. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. So it is. Amen. All right.
Y'all can get up now, or sit or lay down. I have my reasons to be sad, my reasons to be sore, and all the reasons that I have don't serve me anymore. 'Cause I can see how anything is a part of everything, and I can see how everything is a part of anything. And I am grateful, 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 grateful for it all. I have my reasons to give in, my reasons to give up. Though I've fallen on my path, I'll return my heart to love. 'Cause I know how unbeliefs can affect the world I see, and I know how all I see can affect what I believe. I am grateful, 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 grateful for it all. Say that pain's a part of life, but suffering's a choice. I won't fear and I won't hide, I won't give away my voice. 'Cause I am grateful, 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 grateful for my. Yes, I am grateful, 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 grateful for my life. Grateful, grateful for my life. Grateful, grateful for my life.
All right. Well, I'm grateful that we were all here together to share this, and grateful for all the people at home who also joined us, and really grateful for the technical team, because this has really evolved from the first little phone to a whole bunch of technical stuff going on. Thank goodness it's not me, that's all I can say. And they're really committed to doing their job to make the service available too. So thank you so much for that. So we can join together, and hands on hearts, no touching. And if you want to make a circle, you're welcome to. And we'll sing our final closing song. Welcome to stay and have, chat with each other a little after. At a distance.
Peace on earth, let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. With me, let this be the moment now. In every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. Take each moment and live each moment to see eternally. And there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
you, and God bless. Woo-hoo.
Grateful. I have my reasons to be sad, my reasons to be sore, but all the reasons that I have don't serve me anymore. 'Cause I can see how anything is a part of everything, and I can see how everything is a part of anything. And I am grateful, 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 grateful for it all. I have my reasons to give him, my reasons to give up. Though I've fallen on my path, I'll return my heart to love. 'Cause I know how my beliefs can affect the world I see, and I know how all I see can affect what I believe. But I am grateful, 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 grateful for it all. They say that pain's a part of life, but suffering's a choice. I won't fear and I won't hide, I won't give away my voice. 'Cause I am grateful, 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 grateful for mine. Yes, I am grateful, 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 grateful for my life. Grateful, grateful.